And here we are once again in the center of Pirniče, Zgornje Pirniče. And this will be a good opportunity for Lil Sis to practice the pulling, anti-pulling techniques applied on Liza, because every time we are walking here she is pulling like crazy. And interestingly enough, she knows the exact route to the house, but every time we have to go, up to the school to see what is going on there and not go straight to the house. And well, today I didn't film, but as you can see, last week, this is the third weekend in a row that we are here in Pirniče, and it's beautiful, sunny, no fog. You can see clearly on one side. Tukaj ima prijatelja, če je doma. Ja, pa je doma. And there is a friend. Will he come on the door? No. Can't be bothered. So yeah, the store, and there, well, I think there still should be a bar. There was a bar on the other side, or on the side. But this is, and it's a village. There are a couple, of let's say businesses that are around like this. So what is this? I never was interested. Some sort of manufacturing, small factory. There are a couple, like businesses. So this used to be, a lot of farming community, and there still are, but not most of the working farms are on the top or below. So the middle has gone, let's say, secular, if you can call it like that, and now it's basically a suburb of Ljubljana and Medvode. So majority of people are working there in these two towns, cities. So yeah, tukaj pas za ovink, ker doskrat so psi. Na desno bomo šli, se zna. Sam včasih z ovinka pridejo psi. There is a dog there, but of course tukaj gremo gor. Oh, and you can feel the temperature dropped when we turned in here. So yeah. Yeah, now majority these, people are working in the city. So let me think what they have. So there is but if you consider this, it's basically quite advanced village, because they have their own school, their own kindergarten, they have a store, and it's quite large, part of the chain, a bar. There are two restaurants there, or one, but I think that's already part of another settlement, another village. It's quite, let's say, difficult for non-natives to keep track where one village ends, because now we are basically, you know, all grown into one conglomerate. Oh, and now you can smell, you know, manure. So yeah, but as you can see lately, so there are cut 2 new houses. This is unfinished one, but this is quite an old project. So yeah, you know, people want to get out from the city itself, but still be close, you know, to avoid a long commute. So these, let's say, former farming villages on the outskirts have become, you know, basically during the day are almost deserted. Of course, the major villages like this, you know, they have their own schools, their own kindergartens, so that is a little bit more convenient for the local children, because in other case, you know, they have to commute. So yeah, usually in this case, school has to provide, you know, the transport, which usually means in the areas where there is no established, you know, public transportation, they usually have vans or minibuses to pick up the children from the nearby neighboring villages, hamlets, especially, you know, like a little bit further, you know, in the hills, up in the hills, and then they transport them to their school. Кайти! So this is so called Matična šola. So, or you know, how to explain this in the countryside. You know, like my school was, let's say, Matična šola. So it was, you know, basically, how to explain this? So now, in some cases, in these rural areas, some schools, they have their dislocated units. So this is, you know, they are, let's say, none. So they are, you know, let's say the main. Kaj pridna. So you know, it's the main, not the building location, but you know, several days, especially when, you know, where the villages are just large enough that they have several children there, but not enough to, you know, warrant an independent school. Let's say that would be a good explanation, you know. So usually they would create so-called podružnična šola, basically dislocated school, which usually means that there is 1 or 2 teachers there, and they will provide classes for all the children that are attending And the class will be composed by all the children regardless of the age, and usually they will do this for Lisa is in the hunting mood and the pea mood. So usually it means that, let's say, for the first 4 or 5 years, well, in my, let's say, my time, so when we had 8 years, so the first 4 years they would spend in this dislocated school. Then for the last 4 years they would then went by bus or by van to the main school. Quite nice weather we are having today. Grmada in Šmarna Gora in full view, well, almost full view. Okay, so you can see, let's say some older houses which were renovated, and then the latest one. But these are also 2 new buildings. But yeah, a vidva vata, I can pass. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this current trend in architecture, the design, these squares, no roofs, basically a box with, of course, large windows. Here is Kai. Here. Oh, yeah. Apparently there is a duck. We heard it, but I didn't saw it. So yeah, the plan is we will not go down. Pridna, kar varita. So currently the plan is not to go to the house, but we will go to the forest. None.